Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada. We're in the land of beige, as they say out here. And we are the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the finale of the TNT Guitar Addict series. It's Randy Pepper alongside my good friend, the veteran on Veterans Day. It's Adam Wood. How's it going, Adam?
Oh man, it's going fantastic. It's going to be a great race here tonight. A great track to kind of celebrate the season finale here, and the 2021 season overall champion. So we're going to see two people crowned, and maybe even a third if we get a wily winner that's not a regular AOLL TNT member. We could have celebrating three different winners tonight.
We could. It would be awesome if we could actually have three, but it probably more than likely just two.
Yeah, I don't know. If we got, was it Joe Densmore might be racing. We got Blake Gordon, who ran last week, was able to steal a win away from these guys. So anything could happen. We got Cody Mitchell in the mix. Kevin Haas we just watched him. He qualified second so far, and we got Brandon Bernhardt doing backwards across the line. Is Ricky Bobby in it?
Heck is he doing? That looks like something you do, Adam.
That was a Cody. That was not me. I did not Ricky Bobby it. That was Cody.
But usually you will do something a little different.
I did last night.
Yeah.
Was it last night? I don't know. I don't remember. It was one that.
Yeah, last night you did something. We were talking about when you went around. So.
It was one of the nights I blew qualifying and just destroyed my car after that. So yeah, it was fun times.
That was last night. Yes, it was last night. So because both me and Carl were actually talking about it, and Adam is making it entertaining for us.
Got Stephen Dominy out there. So his wonderful Monster Energy car.
Bright green, yellow, however you see that. Some people see that color as green. Some people see that as yellow. It's bright. That's all I can say. And he's going to get loose off the turn and try to recoup it, and that's not going to help. So that's going to be a no-go there. The track is super, super loose. I was out here running around before the race, and it's a bear to drive. It just is. It's just way, way loose. So I think we're going to see a lot of spins tonight.
Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the race info here. So we're here at the wonderful Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's a 1.52 mile track. The air temperature and track temperature are both 69 degrees. So cool track temperatures, but with these wonderful tires, they are slick. No, so that's what you got to watch out for tonight. These drivers are going to have to kind of take that in mind. They're going to be loose and slick on the very first 2 to 3 laps. Got to let these tires warm up and get kind of get a little bit of rubber on the track, and these guys can actually start pushing this car. But they got to kind of baby it for the first couple of laps while also fighting like crazy for position.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to say the least early on. Maybe after people get settled in and they figure it all out, it won't be that bad. But as of right now, it's going to be loose early on.
All right, so we got Larry Patrick. Larry Patrick out there saying Blake is racing tonight. Yeah, so it's open to everybody in AOL as a whole to come out and race for these final few races to try and get the car count out. So everybody in AOL was invited to come out here, and we'll go over the qualifying results here as they start to grid up. We have Josh Laston's getting the pole tonight. Christopher Oliver, Mama's Man Boy, is going to be starting second. Third's going to be Cody Mitchell. Fourth is Kevin Haas. Fifth is Blake Ziti. Sixth is Carl Henderson. Seventh is John Gordon. Eighth is Dave Wright. Ninth is Mike Wazinski, and 10th is Steve Dominy.
And the screen just blanked out on me. I cannot believe that just did that. Just as you said 10. Hold on, wait a minute. Just let me see if I can pull it up here. I got it. So And 11th position is going to be Brandon Bernhardt. 12th is going to be Blake Gordon. After that, it's going to be Joe Dismore and Derek Schilling are going to line up on 13 and 14. 15th and 16th are going to be Ed Springer, Mark Schilling, and Randy Pepper will line up dead last. No, I won't line up. I'm not out there. But
go out there, man. You got this.
In car racing. I'm in the wall again.
Yep. Let's see what's happening with Randy. I French fried when I should have pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, I said that. I said that a lot last night in car. When people would slide off the track at the Daytona road course, and I was like, "Well, he French fried when he should have pizzaed." And I think one of my teammates understood the reference from South Park.
One person. Hey.
Yeah. If you French fries when you're pizza, you're gonna have a bad time.
I don't know about that. That's not a good thing to do.
Alrighty.
Large fry, pie, coffee. Pronto, good fella.
So we got David and Joanna Martin said, Cody, this is Cody Mitchell's night. Go get him, big dog. And then we got McKinley Golden said number 89 on top. Woo! Then we got Maddie Minks also cheering on the number 89 of Cody Mitchell. So we got a Cody Mitchell fan club out here tonight.
Oh, look at that. Well, welcome to the broadcast. Ghost Fire Media is live and in person here at Las Vegas, Nevada, the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Right down from the strip. We're not too far from the strip, just a few miles. So if you're out here and you want to take a tour of the track, come on out.
And we got
the pace car brings them down into turn number 3.
We got Justin Anderson wishing, telling Carl Henderson to go get a win.
Wow. Really over Josh. That's pretty good. Tell you, we got a CCR front row right there with Josh Lassen and Chris Oliver right on the front row, waiting for the pace car to pull off for the start of the race. The last time these guys are going to be racing here this season. Pace car is off. Here we go. Josh Lassen down low. Chris Oliver up high. The green flag is out. We're flying. We are racing at Las Vegas, Nevada Speedway. Here they go down into turn number 1. And look at this. We've got Josh down low. Oliver up high, and right behind him, Cody Mitchell is in that Dale Jarrett lookalike paint scheme back there. It's a 3-car breakaway. It's a half a car length lead for Lassen as they go into turn number 3, down to 3, to the bottom of the track. They go off of 3, down to the line. Here they come for the first time tonight, and it's going to be Lassen who's going to lead lap 1.
Josh Lassen's getting a great jump right here off of Christopher Oliver. Christopher Oliver fell back about 2 car lengths back or so. Then Cody Mitchell's another 3. We got a caution.
We got 3, 4, 5 cars are involved in this one. A big one back there. Domini's involved. Several others are also involved.
Nope, that's not who I picked. Let's try this again. Dave Wright comes up in front of Blake Gordon. Brandon Bernhardt gets hit. Mike Wazinski's in it. 21. Looks like a 21 car. Maybe.
Yeah, that's a 21 car.
Mark Schilling.
Mark Schilling. Yeah, Mark Schilling.
Yeah, he hasn't ran in a couple weeks, so I'm familiar with that number. So let's see if we can get a blimp view here and see exactly what happened here.
Looked like they tried to go 3 wide.
Yeah, Brandon had some momentum and tried to go 3 wide, and it's just he clipped Dave just a little bit, and then they just came in bowling. This is not the Go Bowling race. That is was a Richmond.
Are you gonna take the skinheads bowling?
Yeah, this is the Richmond is the Go Bowling race. This is not the Go Bowling race.
No, like I said, this is one of those tracks. It's loose at the start, and right off the bat, I'm sure some of the guys were kind of taking it easy, but Brandon, who had a head of steam, just got in there a little hot and took out D. Wright and several others.
Yeah, he just put his nose there. I mean, he had the momentum. and just squeezing it a little bit too much. And Dave Wright was running like the middle groove going in there, and probably was not really expecting Brandon to make up that much room on that front straightaway.
No, definitely not. So a lot of guys are going to have to use their fast repairs. I can speak tonight. They're going to have to use those fast repairs early on, and you only get a couple of them, so it stinks. You're going to have to use them up really quick.
Especially this early in the race,
lap 1.
So, I mean, I was thinking maybe that was probably one of those cautions for, like, spinning out or anything like that. But no, it's just a nose being just a hair too far out, and the other person probably not knowing he was technically 3 wide at that point.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if I would have stuck my nose in there that quick on the first lap, considering, Brandon was quite a ways back in the pack, and considering who he was racing around, I don't know if I would have stuck my nose in there.
Oh, man.
Not saying anything wrong with those guys. I'm just saying those guys, Brandon is a step above those guys. He would have got around those guys probably the next lap, maybe the 2 more laps.
He was probably trying to hurry up and get past Blake. That's he want to distance himself from good old Blake Gordon and try to show him that he's the number 1 here in TNT, not Blake Gordon. So, Brandon's just trying to stick his nose in there and just like show him he's there. But I don't think he meant to try to enforce a 3 wide right there. I think it was just a little bit too far forward.
Yeah.
And one of those good old racing incidents.
Yeah, racing. Yeah, a little too soon. Be racy right now. Yeah. Unless you're up front, at least that's what I think. That's just me.
So, Randy, you said you took quite a few laps here. So, what's going to be the overall line here? Is it going to be more of a bottom groove, top groove, center groove around the racetrack on the long term?
If you want to save tires in this track and keep it, as straight as possible, you're going to run that top of that track. You're going to stay up there towards the top of the track. I don't know if they're going to do that, but if it was me, if I was running this race right now, you would see me at the very top of the track for as long as possible as the tires get warm, and let everybody else burn their stuff up, and then, catch up and, try to do something that way. But that's what I would be doing. And I don't know if that's what these guys are thinking, but we'll see.
I mean, it's probably going to play defensive. I mean, if Josh or whoever the leader is, they can kind of get it like distance himself a little bit, then they kind of can make up their own lanes to try to conserve the tires. But if the car is within half a second or so, they're going to have to kind of run the defensive line, which will probably be the bottom line around the track. That's my guess.
Well, I can tell you this: that bottom line is very, very slick. So it did not like the car much for when I was going around.
Speaking of that, we have Josh Laston is our race leader, and he is chose to go to the outside here on this restart. So he's going to put his teammate right there on the bottom line. So, sometimes, you get a little better jump in on the outside and putting your teammate maybe in the preferred line on at least the first entry. Kind of short change the corner there on the bottom while the car is still picking up to full speed.
Yeah, that's probably what he's going to do, and I'm sure Josh felt how much less grip there is down on the bottom of the track that last time, and said this time I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to take that outside groove and make it work. So the pace car's lights are out. We're getting ready to go back to green flag racing here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Pace car is off. We're 2x2 as we go back to the flag for the second time tonight. Here they come. The green is out. Back to the line is Josh Laston by just a half a car length. He'll jump out. And here comes Oliver back looking to the inside, but there's nothing there. To the bottom of the track goes Chris Oliver and Josh Laston. Then behind them, they have a 2x2, 3x3, all the way back. And we got
Blake Gordon on the apron.
Yeah, Blake Gordon all the way to the bottom of the track. He made it sick. He's trying to move his way up there, but as Laston's pulling away from him, I don't know if how long that's going to last for, but Blake Gordon is the man on the move back there, trying to make some things work. Also, Kevin Haas working that outside groove, working his way up there as well.
Yeah, these guys, are being very racy right now. We got Blake Gordon right now in the back bumper of Cody Mitchell coming out of turn 2. Kevin Haas dropping down. He got a heck of a run. He's trying to do something with it. Blake Gordon drops down, kind of ends that run on the momentum that Kevin Haas had.
He dropped right down there and just stopped that momentum like a brick. And they are 2 by 2 for that 4th, 5th, and 6th and 7th position back there. As the bottom groove is all Gordon and Haas. Up groove is Mitchell and Gordon the other. Oh, my gosh. Talk about jumping in front of somebody and stopping them. That was John Gordon in that Mose car. And I'm sure that the britches are a little damp for Kevin Haas after that one.
Yeah, Kevin Haas wears the brown pants. So we got him out there. But no, it looked like John Gordon got a little bit loose there. And he told the Budweiser car, "Welcome to Mose."
Yeah, welcome to Mose. Yeah, absolutely. As we watch that group try to settle themselves out with Mitchell up high, Haas up or down the bottom, and in the middle is John Gordon. Is John Gordon going to stay there in the middle of these guys? What's going to happen? We don't know. Sounds like somebody was off the gas there. I'm not really sure who that was. They'll settle themselves out.
Mark Schilling was a little sideways there.
He was. Dirt dogging around this track.
Oh, my wonderful digger camera.
I see that. Run over Digger. Then we'll have to be rest in peace, Digger.
They're still fighting back here. John Gordon's trying the inside line of Kevin Haas. Kevin Haas gave up on the bottom. He drove to the outside of John Gordon. Get past him. Never hit John Gordon because he blinks out too many times. My bad. But we got some lead, not really lead change, but the top 3 have changed around. We got Blake Gordon's moved up to 2nd. Blake Zeddy's in 3rd. Cody Mitchell's still in 4th. And Christopher Oliver, who started on the outside right there, he has dropped down to 7th, now 8th. So he's falling back right now.
The man on the mission is the number 13 of Blake Gordon, that silver and bright orange car out on the track right now, trying to run down that number 13. Is that what his number is? Josh is 13.
No, 18.
18. I don't know why I said 13. Blake is 13.
Yes, Blake is 13.
Is 18. Yes. The 13 is trying to run down the 13.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's trying to run down that 18 of Lassen. Lassen is just a few car lengths in front of him. And little by little, we see Blake Gordon catching up. So Lassen's going to have a trunk full of a number 13 Endeavor racing car very soon.
So Cody Mitchell's caught up to Blake Zeddy. He's on the outside right now, going across the start-finish line. And it looks like he's going to get the pass done almost probably coming out of turn 2. Cody Mitchell's going to clear him on that high side. I think the high side, like you said, is going to be the preferred line here. And Cody Mitchell will get the pass done. Kevin Haas is going to be trying to go on the attack against Blake Zeddy.
And he better watch out because here comes John Gordon down the inside of him. John Gordon's going to try to make a 3-way battle for that position. And John Gordon nearly lost the front end of that car coming off the turn there.
Yeah, we had Christopher Oliver basically do the exact same thing. He was in the back end of the screen. It saw his rear end kind of come around there, put a little bit the power down just a little bit too much coming out of the bottom groove there out of turn 4.
The battle right now is Haas against that number. What is that? Who is that? He racing? That's not Cody Mitchell. Who's Kevin Haas is fighting Blake Zeddy.
Something happened to Cody Mitchell. He's
what happened to Mitchell?
He might have hit the wall there and slowing down.
Yeah, something happened there.
He is falling back like crazy. He dropped like a rock. Lost 4 spots there on the front straightaway.
go back there and look and see what has happened. Maybe go find out what happened to him. While you're watching that, I'll check out and see what happened to Cody Mitchell. Because I know he's got a big fan club watching the race right now. So let's try to figure out what happened to his car.
Yeah, he looks like he's regrouped a little bit here. He didn't fall too much past this pack. He's catching back up right now. He's running the outside line, catching up to John Gordon. As we got Blake Ziti still holding tight here in fourth spot, holding off these 4 cars behind him. But the top 2 have kind of ran away. They're getting closer, about a 4/10 of a gap. I'm watching the gap to see where it's at. I'm trying to get the battles here where they're at. We got a battle.
Cody Mitchell actually hit the wall. He actually got into the wall. That's why he slowed down.
Yeah, I figured he's been running the outside groove, and sometimes you charge it in a little bit too hard on the outside there and just pushes you up into the wall. So easy to do here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And, he'll get the AKA Las Vegas stripe. Other tracks have the Darlington stripe. We'll call this one the Las Vegas.
Call this one the South Point Casino stripe. Brendan Gunn would like that if we give him a little plug. This last week when I was in Las Vegas, I did not stay at Brendan's place. We were going to stay there, but I got some comp points and I stayed at the Luxor. If I will tell you this, folks, if you go to Las Vegas, the Luxor actually is a really neat centralized place to stay. You can walk between the Luxor, the Mandalay Bay, the Excalibur, and the New York, all within the same stretch of hotels. They all run right together. You don't even have to go outside the hotel. They all have a little stretch to go, escalators and all that, moving stairways, all between the 2 or the 4 hotels. So I'm going to give you a high recommendation for the Luxor.
Yeah, the only hotel I stayed was at the MGM Grand Hotel. It's the only one I've really stayed at there.
Yeah, the nice hotel. That's a nice hotel. Absolutely, I like that hotel. I've stayed there as well.
And that was like back in 2014. I forgot which Stanley Cup champions that year, but we met a couple of them in the elevator that night. One of the nights we were there.
I'll tell you a funny, or not a funny, but an interesting story. When the MGM caught on fire.
Oh, Blake Ziti.
We got a car. Blake Ziti's down to the bottom of the track. Not sure what happened there, but he's off the pace and looks like he may be coming to the pits.
Let's rewind that and see what exactly happened here to Blake Ziti. Did he just get a little overzealous coming off the corner? No, it looks like he slapped the wall there.
Yeah, it looks like he got the back end to hit that wall and just threw him out.
Yeah,
he did.
The right rear hit the safer barrier, then slapped the front end on the actual barrier and dropped it down to the bottom.
Yeah, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt his chances for anything tonight. But like I was saying, the MGM, my parents actually were staying in the MGM when the MGM caught fire. If you can go back on YouTube and watch some of the videos from the old MGM when it caught fire. And it's pretty interesting. But they were actually staying in the hotel at that time. Nothing like hearing your parents call you and say, yeah, there's a fire in the hotel.
So I'm looking up here at the leader. Last time we were looking at them, they were about a 4/10 off, and now they're about 1 second off. So Josh Laston was able to put a little bit more of a gap on Blake Gordon. They're both dropped down to the bottom line. They're not running that high line now. So,
if Laston can actually pull this one off, I mean,
look at this battle.
Laps. I know. Look at that battle there. They're just crazy, just trying to work around each other. But if Laston could pull this win off and beat Blake Gordon, that's big brownie point as far as I'm concerned. That goes a lot in your career.
Yeah, we got Brandon Bernhardt right now on the outside of Cody Mitchell. Was able to clear him coming off of turn 4. Cody Mitchell's running that on the apron right there. Gets a little loose. The rear end came around. Carl Henderson's right there. He's trying to catch up to him. He's running the middle line. Stephen Dominy in that wonderful green Monster Energy car. He's trying to catch up to Carl Henderson, and then Christopher Oliver is back there in the back of this one. Christopher Oliver is in 10th. So this battle right now is from 6th to 10th.
And Chris Oliver, Mama's man boy, not having a good night. It looked like he was going to have a great night. He started on the outside pole, and now he's just falling way back. So just not having a good night at all.
No, I'm not. I wonder what happened. I mean, did he scrape the wall or something to that effect? To kind of his car get the aero, burn up his tires. It just doesn't have the speed that he had earlier, and it kind of fell back pretty quickly after that first caution.
Yeah, something happened in that car. Either that or everybody else turned on the afterburners, but I don't believe so. I believe there's something wrong in that car, definitely.
You know, trying to keep an eye on the battle, but this is the best action on the track right now. We got Cody Mitchell now fighting back. Oh, hits the wall once again.
The wall, man. I'm shocked that car can run as well as it has, because he has slammed the wall 2 or 3 times, and he's still hanging that outside groove. As Henderson works to the inside of him, they're going to try to be side by side here as they go across the line. Henderson's trying to keep away from him, I'm sure, because he knows he keeps hitting the wall. And doesn't want to come down and pull a ZD on him.
I think what Cody's doing now is kind of preemptive. We're racing here. Oh, there he goes again in the wall.
There he goes again.
We're racing here for the Truck Series finale next week as well at Las Vegas. So maybe he's prepping these walls for next week in the Truck Series.
I don't think the trucks are going to be as loose as these ARCA cars. These ARCA cars are just crazy squirrely. And I think that the trucks are going to have a little bit more grip.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll find out, right?
Yeah, we'll find out. We got a custom setup that was just released out there today, I believe, by Johnny Downey, one of the AOLL admins for the season finale race. So we'll go out there and try and see what things have changed with the setup and see if it kind of helps it and help these trucks roll through the corners pretty well.
As long as it's loose, it will be a good thing for Blake Gordon, because Blake likes a car that is loose. But unfortunately for him, he's still 1.9 or actually 1.2 seconds back behind Josh Lassen. He has not been able to really reel him in. He's just kind of been stabilized back there.
And surprising, Cody Mitchell is now still able to have some speed. He's on the bottom side right now of Stephen Dominy. It's not the preferred passing line here at Las Vegas in these cars. You want to be on the outside so you can carry that momentum off the corner. But he's got enough speed to be able to dive down the corner and almost clear him, but just loses that corner exit beyond the bottom.
Yeah, that car is losing speed. You can see Chris Oliver has caught up to him as well. Chris should be able to dispose of him shortly here. I'm pretty much thinking that Mitchell and Oliver both are thinking we need a pit stop, and we need a pit stop bad.
Yeah. And then we got Carl Henderson battling John Gordon. Brendan Bernhardt's already able to get past him. Carl Henderson's going to drop down here in the middle of 1 and 2. John Gordon's in the wall right now. He's sliding right there. Able to pull it off. Just scraped the wall just ever so lightly. A little bit of sparks there off the side of the wall.
Yeah, that probably won't hurt too bad. He didn't hit it that hard, but just enough to, like you said, scrape it, do some sparks.
Just some early fireworks.
Yep, exactly. That's what I was getting ready to say. A little bit pre-4th of July celebration off the wall.
Everybody's right so excited to see Mose.
Yeah, exactly. Mose! Look at Mose! Laston has lost a little time to Gordon. Gordon is less than 1 second behind him, so he is gaining ground.
Well, we got another. Brandon Bernhardt is a man on the mission right now. He just got past Derek Schilling. I thought I was catching the battle as it happened, but I caught it right after it happened. So Brandon Bernhardt's up another position as he's driving through the field here.
And Derek, earlier on and before the race, I was talking to him, and Derek said he actually feels good about this race here. He was predicting he would have a top 4.
John Gordon's off.
He's on. Oh, he got a big piece of the inside and the outside wall, so that's going to hurt him. He should. I can't imagine he's going to stay out there because that front end of that car has been hindered quite a bit. But he is. Maybe he'll bring out a caution and everybody will be happy.
So the lead shrinking just a little bit, but there's still a good enough gap right now. We'll come back to it when they move a little bit closer. It's dropped down to 7/10. So Blake is making his way up there just ever so slightly. You can see the track map right there. There's still a little bit of a gap there. So when we see something else, we'll try and find it for you guys. But we're going to keep the battle. It's like Cody Mitchell right now. Let's see, he's trying to battle back against Steve Adomini. Still, he hasn't been able to clear him, but he's staying right with him the whole entire time.
What happened to Oliver? Oliver was right there with them too, and he's lost ground at that battle, so I'm not really sure what happened.
I wonder if something happened, when John Gordon and Cody's in the wall again.
The wall.
He's just flirting with disaster there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Danny Joe Brown would be happy.
Yeah,
anybody get that?
Oh, I
wonder
did.
If anybody actually got you got it? Okay, good. I'm glad somebody actually got it.
Yeah, he's up there. I mean, there's no really scrape marks on his car, so to speak, but he's scraping it.
I'm pretty sure the side of that car looks pretty messed up.
I mean, from my point of view, I can still see his numbers plain as day. There's no scrapes or anything on the right side of his car right now.
Wow.
But he's grinded the wall quite a bit now. He should take him that wall out to out for a date first.
Out for a date before he kisses it so many times. Yeah, he's been molesting the wall around the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And by the way, though, you have to, if he is molesting the wall, remember what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So.
Except for when it's filmed like right now.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
We'll see. Josh Laston's lost another 10th so far to Blake Gordon, down to about 6.5 tenths right now. Keep an eye on.
See him coming. He can see him coming. There's no doubt about it.
I'm trying to find for another close battle. You can see Brandon Bernhardt's kind of pulled away from Derek Schilling right there. On the backside, you got Carl Henderson about four tenths back. Let's go on Brandon Bernhardt's roll camera, aka on Carl Henderson.
Yeah, Carl Henderson, there he is. Roll that beautiful camera footage as he tries to reel in that number 87, the Coca-Cola Jack Daniels first response racing car of Derek Schilling.
Woo! That rear end
got very close to the wall there, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean,
look at him dirt dogging.
Oh, he hits the wall right there.
Oh, right in front of Carl. Carl just, whoa, look out. Don't take me out, please. Derek's still in it, though. Derek's not giving up quite yet.
Yeah, he hooked the bottom real well in the corner entry right there to kind of keep him back in the ball game there. Some people were kind of lift right there, but he was able to hook the bottom and get him a great corner entrance, and didn't lose too much ground there to Carl after losing all that momentum on the backstretch.
This is more like what I thought Carl would be running. I thought Carl would be a lot stronger in this race, and now he's running fifth, so he's definitely getting his momentum in tow, and he's working his way up towards the front of the pack. As keep watching the lead in my scoring here, and Blake is right behind Josh now.
Yeah, the last lap, Blake ran a 32.24, and Josh Laston ran a 32.33. So Blake Gordon's about a tenth of a second faster, and we can tell he's down to about 3/10 of a second. So that's going to be almost the closest battle on the track. So let's go ahead and focus in here on the leaders tonight. We haven't really had much of a battle to kind of showcase them, so we'll go ahead and showcase them now.
And now, after I was watching this battle a little bit ago, and watching it, they've actually kind of switched positions, because there for a while, Gordon was running the bottom of the track, trying to catch Josh as he was running the upper groove of the track. Now they're exact opposite. Kind of looks like maybe a Kyle Larson deal, where he would swap back and forth lines during the race to try to make his way through the field, and that's exactly what Gordon and Lassen are doing right here.
Yeah, do you think that Josh might try to change up his line to take these lines away from Blake?
Well, he did, because before Lassen was actually running the higher line and Gordon was running the lower line, so now they have switched. But I would probably go up and try to block that momentum from Gordon, because Gordon's getting a head of steam up there, and it's going to be side by side here shortly.
Yeah, I mean, Blake's going to get a great run. Josh is getting a good center off, but Blake is just getting a good power move off the outside and letting it roll down the back straightaway.
Yeah, he's just more consistent. Now he's going to do the inside move, look to the inside of Josh Lassen. Lassen's up high. Now Gordon looks high, going to try to make it side by side. Not enough that time as I go down into turn number 1. Lassen still leading by just a half a car length over Gordon. Now, will these guys need to pit sometime soon? We are 48 laps into this.
Blake barely touched the wall right there, the rear end.
He did.
I wonder if it flared out the back right corner like a good old Larson's car at Phoenix.
Yeah, who knows? It helped Larson didn't matter. His pit crew helped him. That's what won that race. But they are drafting right now. It looks like Blake Gordon is drafting him, Lassen around the track. They go down the back straightaway, nose to tail, right into turn number 3. Lassen leading the way this time. Gordon is going to look a little lower, looking to sneak something down there. There's nothing there this time. As they go across the line this time, they're going to complete lap number 50.
Yep.
So halfway point.
These guys are going, how low can you go right now? So, whenever Josh Lassen goes down, and if Blake can get his nose down a little bit further than him, he could clear him using the same line.
If this thing comes down to a pit stop, I hate to say it, Josh is not the most consistent on his pit stops.
He's aggressive on his pit entry, so that's a good thing. The bad thing is he's aggressive on his pit entry.
Yes, exactly.
I tried being aggressive one time and it bit me in my butt. So I'm going to be cautious for all my pit entries from now on.
Nice and steady, slow and steady. And I wonder if Blake Gordon is just riding behind him, maybe trying to stir the pot up, maybe try to make Lassen to make a mistake or something. Not really sure, because he caught him, and then once he caught him, he definitely stopped. And usually you don't see that at Las Vegas. Usually if you catch somebody, you can get around them.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing, though, here is, it's hard to pass, so to speak, unless you can really get the momentum off the corner that you saw right there. And Josh Lassen is going to pit.
He's going to pit. So I imagine Blake will pit next time around.
It's either that or Blake runs it out and has fresh tires at the end. When we see his teammate Carl Henderson as well pits on this strategy. So, the only thing you can really do is you can try to do a polar opposite where you run another 5, 6, 7 laps longer than Blake or Josh Lassen, and then hopefully on a long run your tires will even out and be able to outrun them. But nope, we see Blake Gordon coming in now, so that goes out the window.
Yep. I think they had to pit. I think that they were getting close to a fuel run.
Well, we only seen a couple guys come in so far, so we'll have to look at the rest of the field here when they come in and see where everybody else pits.
Yep, Brandon Bernhardt will assume the lead right now in the number 70 Endeavor racing car.
I believe he probably stayed out just to get another lap led and that extra bonus point. Let's see if he comes in this time. Sounds like it. He is diving down. So let's look at Stephen Dominy. He's going to take over the race lead now.
We haven't seen Stephen Dominy lead a lap in a while, but he will lead now here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. If you're just joining us here on the Ghostfire Media Network, this is the grand finale for the AOLL
Oh man, really?
Guitar.
Really, Blake? Blake killed the cone and pushed it out in the middle of traffic. This man is a murderer of cones. He made that blue cone and pushed it out in the middle of traffic.
I see that.
There is debris on the track.
What did that poor cone do to anybody?
Man.
I mean, it was just minding its own business, sitting there, watching the race, and here comes Blake, and he hits it and knocks it out in the track. Luckily, somebody came back and put it back on.
Those crew workers, they work fast, and they got them back out there.
Really fast.
They are not scared of cars doing 150 miles an hour here out of turn 2. They'll go out there and grab that cone.
Well, Tyrone Shoelaces used to be a player in the NBA for the Phoenix Suns, so he's a fast runner.
I gotcha. Alrighty, so we're at lap 57 of 100. The pit cycle still going through. We got Stephen Dominy, who still needs to make a pit stop out here, leading the race. We got Christopher Oliver. I believe he still needs to make a pit stop, and Cody Mitchell. Cody Mitchell still needs to make a pit stop right now. Those three have not made a pit stop. Other than Stephen Dominy, he pitted on the first caution on lap 3, so he does have a pit stop, so he can go 3 laps longer than Christopher Oliver and Cody Mitchell. And these guys are kind of staying out here the longest, hoping maybe a caution comes out and kind of resets the field here. We got quite a few lap down cars still, so it could play some different strategy.
Yeah, I mean, the bad thing for these guys is that Lassen and Gordon are still on the same lap as them.
There goes Stephen Dominy right now. Christopher Oliver takes over the lead.
Oliver will lead as it goes down into turn number 1, and he'll keep it high against the track. We imagine he will probably pit this time going around. Down the back straightaway, all by himself. He's keeping it a little lower, so I'm thinking he's going to pit this time. We'll see.
Nope, he keeps going. He's crossing the start-finish line. He's going to lead another lap here tonight. I mean, it's
how long will it be till we see Mitchell and Oliver both go in?
I mean, with this strategy, you're going to have to run the tank dry. However long that's going to be, you want to have the freshest laps, and they'll have, less than a 40-lap shootout on these tires. So Christopher Oliver's coming in this lap. So he's going to basically have a 40-lap shootout where everybody else has about 55 laps or so on their tire to go, or about 45 laps. He'll have, less than 40 laps to go on his tires. So he'll have the freshest set of tires at the end. Cody Mitchell is also in.
He's going to have to get some damage repaired there as well.
So Josh Laston will come back around, cycle back to the leader. Kevin Haas will end up cycling to third or a second. Mike Wazinski still needs to pit. He's still out there. He last pitted on lap 3.
Yeah, it's surprising if you look at this. Josh Lasson has a pretty good lead over Blake Gordon, and I don't know if Josh took 4 tires or not. I know Blake did.
Yeah, they had very similar time. Blake had a 16.10 pit stop, whereas Josh Laston had a 14.25 pit stop. So that's almost a 2-second difference there, and that kind of equals what you see on the track right now. They're about 2.36 seconds off. But the overall pit lane Blake Gordon was a little bit better. He was able to take some of that time back. So it's about a second difference from pit entry to pit exit for Blake Gordon. So he made up for a horrible stop on his driving skills on pit road.
So he's going to have to reel him in. He's got, well, roughly what we got.
It's got about a 2-second gap with 47 or 37 laps to go here. As they cross the line, it'll be 36 laps to go.
Josh would love to win this race, as he will. He's already been crowned the grand champion of the series, but I'm sure he would love to win this and bring home the prize for this as well.
Yeah, I mean, he would love to have to win the last race in the TNT series. I believe he'll probably race, and then also just get a great season-ending race here. He's having a fantastic run there in the fuel, or not the fuel, but the AOL Sportsman Series. He's in the round of 6 there, final playoff spots.
Yeah, third in that. So he's having a good 2 series here. This between the TNT and the Sportsman, he's running really, really well. Let's see. Gordon is how many laps or how far back behind Josh?
He's caught him though, or not really caught him, but he's catching him. He was at 2 seconds. Now he's down to 1.39.
Yeah, so he is. Yeah, he's making his way up there. Is there enough time? And there are a couple cars between Laston and Gordon.
Yeah, he's got 2 cars, 2 buffer cars right now.
Yeah.
3 buffer cars there. You got Mike Wazinski as well.
Yeah. Wazinski, Schilling, and Domney.
Looks
They'll dispose of the Schilling.
Ooh, they tap coming out the corner.
That's one way of getting rid of him. Hopefully that did not hurt Gordon's car, although they hit perfectly side by side, so should be fine.
Yeah, I'm glad the Netco gods, and there you got Mike Wazinski sliding through the grass there, coming off the corner. But they had the Netco gods on their side. Normally that would result in one car being ejected.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to introduce you to our newest groundskeeper, Mike Wazinski, taking over for Javier Lopez. So Mr. Wazinski now has got that job as well.
We got Blake Gordon right now trying to clear Derek, and barely does. And they could fit a dollar bill in between their front and rear bumper there.
I don't even know if they could do that. That was close. Wow. So, now one more car he's got to dispose of, Domney, and then he'll be right up there with Josh Laston.
Let's look. Domney is coming though on him.
Now Domney's actually running really, really well tonight. I commend him how well he's running tonight. Well, he gets just when we say that, he loses it.
Well, Domney does have 8-lap fresher tires than Josh Laston right now.
Not much longer. Yeah. Keep sliding around there, they're going to be pretty much toast. Did you look back out of the back of the car of Josh Laston, looking back to Domney? Domney trying to reel back in the bumper of Josh Laston, and he is. And then you see that little blip back there, just a little farther back. That is Blake Gordon. The alien is on the move. But he's got to get around 2 other cars, Domney and Josh Laston, if he wants to get around them and win tonight.
Yeah, Domney's trying his best to get back on the lead lap here, just in case there's a caution. He doesn't want to. I mean, Lucky Dog is great, but you still have to start at the tail end of the field. If he can get around them right now, he can be the last person on the lead lap if there's a caution to come out.
I actually have to commend these guys because we haven't had but that one caution right at the very beginning. Josh has to be careful with this, making sure Dominique doesn't slide up into him and lets him go by.
That also lets Blake Gordon cut down about 0.2 of a second there by running the outside line like that.
Yeah, you saw the Gordon car pop into the camera there just a second ago. He's right there behind him, not far. So before this race is over, Josh Lassen is going to have to contend with that 13 car.
He could be on the radio right now going, dun-dun, 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 dun-dun.
Yeah, the Universal theme. That's right, Jaws.
Oh, man. Right now, I'm looking right now. We really don't have any other battles on the track, at least for position-wise. We'll focus here right now. Let's go on board of Blake Gordon. Let's look on the Bernhardt camera of Blake Gordon's car here.
Let Cody Mitchell go by him. He knows Cody Mitchell's on a lap down from him, so he's going to let him go by.
Yeah, Cody Mitchell also was late with the late pit stops here. He pitted with 7 laps later than Blake Gordon here, so he's got a lot fresher tires. And put him to good use there, getting past Blake. Now Blake has somebody to kind of draft with, though, so he's able to, he's able to pull him down the back straightaway.
That's what I was thinking. You might let him go ahead and go by. He's a little faster than you. Might as well use him for the draft. So let him pull you up there to get with Josh.
And then if you look way up there, you'll see Stephen Dominique, that green car in the middle of 1 and 2 up there. And you see how far he's already pulled away from Josh Laston. He was like riding on Josh Laston, trying to find a way to get around him. When he did, he's already pulled away. That's probably about a good 5-6 second gap between him and Josh.
That's what Cody is doing right now. Cody is actually pulling away from Blake right now. Blake couldn't hang on to him. Those new tires definitely make a big difference. Lap 20 or 24 laps to go here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And it's been mainly Josh Lassen all night long. Blake Gordon did get around it at one point, but he's got a little work to do. And he only has a small number of laps to do it. So can Blake Gordon reel him in? That's the question.
Now we got Blake Gordon trying his best. He's dropped the interval down to 1.10 seconds. That last time by, they ran identical laps. Blake was about 1/100th of a second faster, but not much at all. But you can see that gap is narrowing down to 0.71. I think Blake he's going to have a faster lap this lap.
Yeah, he'll have the advantage of a little draft to help him out.
I think that lap, Josh Laston had Cody Mitchell by, so it kind of slowed him down a little bit. Yeah, gained 0.4 on that lap over Josh there. Blake ran a 32 flat almost, and Josh Laston ran a 32.44. And sometimes, you got these lap cars that are faster and trying to get back on the lead lap, but then that puts you as the leader in an awkward position to kind of let them have the bottom, and you lose a little bit of time there doing that.
And as it looks like it's equalized between the leader and second place.
Yeah, that time by, Blake Gordon was about 0.04 of a second faster than Josh Laston. It doesn't sound like not that much, but every little bit helps. We're at 21 laps to go, and if he can knock off that amount of time every lap or more, he'll continue to close that gap and catch them by the end of this race.
Yep, absolutely. Let me try to do that again one more time. This actually also will be the last race of Guitar Addict will be with this race. So kind of a bittersweet race. We had Josh Hanner came into the Guitar Attic yesterday and bought a guitar, and or not yesterday, but the day before, and that was a good thing to see. And if it wasn't for this sponsorship here, we may not have ever seen Josh Hanner in the Guitar Attic. So if you are thinking of sponsoring a league, this is a good way to do it. It does pay off, trust me.
Yep, this is the last race for the Guitar Attic to be sponsored, the AOLL TNT series here. So we'll reach out to AOL if you guys want to, if you got a business or anything that you want to do to sponsor a race. AOL will be glad to have your sponsorship.
Absolutely.
But right now, the lap times on that last one, Blake Gordon was able to drop down 2/10 on Josh Laston. They were down to almost a 4/10 of a gap right now with 18 laps to go. But once again, getting to somebody and passing them, it took Blake probably about 8 or 9 laps last time to get the deal done. Did Blake learn Josh's driving styles enough to get it done sooner this time around? Not by, but this time around?
We'll see. I mean, he's coming. There's no doubt about it. You can see he's right behind Lassen. Lassen has just about probably 4 car lengths in front of Blake Gordon. Blake Gordon is right there running in his tracks, trying to draft his skill, sniff of the back end of that 18 car, see if he can catch him sooner or later. He's got 16 laps to make the duty done. So we'll see.
Now that time, not by much, but Josh Laston was just a little bit faster there. So, but Josh Laston just has to keep that just a little bit faster or just a little bit slower. He can't give up too much ground here with now 15 laps to go.
15 laps remain here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The AOLL Guitar Attic TNT Series finale. This is it, folks. And Josh Laston gets into the wall just a hair. That's going to allow Gordon to catch up a little bit more. Reel him in. That's going to hurt. Josh did not need to make that mistake at all, and he did. Here comes Gordon. Just a hair faster. Looks at the bottom of the track as they go down into turn number 1.
Yeah, Blake's trying to cut the track as short as possible there to catch up. We're down to 16ths of a second now, splitting between the 1 and 2. Josh Laston's putting the power down. See him come off the corner just a little bit. Winterfield was either he was loose or dropping down to try to get rid of the draft there on the back straightaway.
Gordon is all over the back bumper of Laston's car. Laston may have suffered a little bit of damage when he did get into the wall. He barely got in that wall, but it might have been just enough to slow that car down. As you can see, Blake Gordon is right there with him. They're going to be side by side as they come off the turn, but Laston's holding tough down to the bottom. Gordon up high, Laston down low, side by side as they go down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Blake Gordon just by a nose as they come off the turn down to the back straightaway or down to the front straightaway. Here they come. Let's see who actually will lead this lap. It's going to be Blake Gordon. Blake Gordon will clear Laston and now will lead with 12 laps remaining.
Yeah, Josh Laston is not going to fight back here. He's not going to let this go. He's going to do whatever he has to do. He's got to push the car like crazy to keep up. He's now side by side going down the back straightaway with Blake Gordon. He's not letting him pull away. I think Josh Laston's going to have to run every line that he can to try to keep up the momentum. He's pushing hard through the center here. He might clear him coming off the corner here. He's got a lot of momentum there, but no, they're still side by side. He's at his quarter panel here. Now they're almost door to door with the momentum down the front straightaway. Josh Laston is still hung in the bottom. Blake Gordon's going to take the middle line, try to squeeze him down. It's going to kill his exit right there.
Here they come down the back straightaway side by side. Laston down low. Gordon up high. They go into turn number 3, still side by side. They're side by side as they go into 4. off of 4 down to the stripe. They're going to go. Who will lead lap number? Well, lap 8. Was that
90?
Number 90. 90. Excuse me. Who will lead 90? Well, I don't know. I didn't look.
It was too close to tell right there. That was if that would have been the finish, it would have been a photo finish. Blake Gordon's just barely out. Got his nose out in front of Josh Laston right now.
How can they do this?
Lap after lap, Josh Laston gets taken just a little bit. Blake Gordon's going to clear him, lead with 9 laps to go. Josh Laston's still not done. He's going to fight Blake Gordon tooth and nail here with 9 laps to go.
9 laps remaining with Blake Gordon leading by just a car length over Laston. Laston now looking down low, thinking about trying to go around him again. He's a little bit lower than Gordon. Gordon up high. Gordon pulls it down and stops the momentum as they come off of turn number 4 to go across the line with just, well, there's 9. Now there's going to be 8 laps. Here comes Laston once again, going to try to make a move on Blake Gordon. He looks to the bottom of the track. They're going to be side by side as they come off the turn and down the back straightaway. It's Laston.
Oh, wait, got his car sideways coming out of turn 2 there.
They are dirt dogging it, to say the least. As they go into turn number 4, here they come off of 4. Laston still trying to hang tough as they go down to the line. Will Laston have enough momentum to lead this lap? No, it's still Gordon by a nose.
And Josh Laston's now back to the inside of them. They're almost door to door now. Josh Laston's pulling on them through the center of the corner, but Blake Gordon's going to have to run off the corner going down the back straightaway. They are still lug nut to lug nut here going into turn 3. Josh Laston's got almost 3/4 of his car out in front of Blake Gordon. I think he's going to slide job it up there. He does. He retakes the lead coming to 6 laps to go. Blake Gordon's got a heck of a run though. Drops down to the bottom now. He's going to get to the inside of Josh Laston going into turn 1.
Actually led that lap after Laston had got around him, and Gordon dived to the bottom and just cut him off just enough to get the lap. Here they go again, side by side down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Laston just by a nose as they come off the turn. Gordon up high still. Laston down low, side by side, lug nut to lug nut, door handle to door handle across the line. Gordon still leading as they go down into turn number 1 with just 5 laps remaining here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, Josh Laston played a great crossover move. Blake got back in front of him. He crossed him over. Couldn't get the lead back from the crossover, but he is putting out every move possible right now. He's going to slide job him here as well. Coming off of turn 4, takes the lead over for him. Blake Gordon's got the momentum, though, going down the front straightaway here, going into turn 1.
They go into turn number 1. Gordon down low, Gordon up high, Laston down low. As they come off the turn, Laston's as low as they can get, trying to keep him back at bay as they are approaching lap cars. Gordon up high. I know Gordon is probably telling his father, "Get out of the way, Dad. We're racing here. We're racing hard and we're racing for a win. Move. We don't want to know anything about moves."
Yeah, they're trying to come up on him right now. Blake Gordon's the one that's going to have to try to maneuver around him. John Gordon slaps the wall, but they're able to get by him cleanly. Blake Gordon pinches Josh Laston down. Had his tire on his fender, almost going through 1 and 2 here. Now they're side by side entering in turns 3 and 4. Josh Laston drifts up just a little bit. They were side by side. It could almost touch the door as they cross the line with 2 laps to go.
This time around, Gordon will slam the door on Josh Laston, and he will lead that lap with just 2 laps remaining here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Who is going to win tonight? It's been a tremendous race by Laston and Gordon. The last few laps have just been one of the best of the season in the TNT series, and Gordon is leading by just a couple car lengths to come to the white flag. Here they come across the turn 4 line and down to the main stripe. Here they go. Laston's going to try once again to make it side by side. The last lap is going to be side by side. Gordon up high, Laston down low. Lug nut to lug nut. Door handle to door handle. Window net to window net. Here they come off of turn number 2. Side by side. We're ready to roll down the straightaway for the last time. Off the turn, they got slower cars in front. The slower cars are going to pull off the track. Here they come off of turn number 4. Who will win here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway? Laston down low, and Gordon up high is going to be...
I don't know.
Gordon will lead by just a hair.
0.05 of a second.
Wow. Unbelievable by both these guys. A great race tonight. I can't believe it was that great of a race. It turned out to be a really good race. It was kind of a stinker in the middle, but man, they really awesome run by both of them. And Josh Laston, I've got to commend, man. Great run. Awesome run.
Let's see.
You really deserved that championship tonight.
That close.
Not even a whole car length.
Alrighty. Waiting for everybody to go across the line here. Well, not everybody's went across. There we go. The race results are up now.
They are up. And let me just say this. Josh, Gordon just told you to be the man, you got to beat the man. And unfortunately, tonight was not the night. Almost. Just by a half a car length. You got to feel good about that.
And so your race winner tonight after an epic battle is Blake Gordon by 0.05 of a second. Josh Laston will come home tonight second. Third will be Kevin Haas. Fourth will be Brandon Bernhardt. Fifth is Carl Henderson. Sixth is Christopher Oliver. Seventh is Cody Mitchell. Eighth is John Gordon. Ninth is Mark Schilling. 10th is Stephen Dominy.
11th was Blake Ziti. 12th was Mike Wazinski. 13th was Derek Schilling. 14th was Dave Wright. 15th, Joe Dinsmore. And 16th was Ed Springer. And rounding out the field was Randy, the Rad Man Pepper.
Randy was out there throwing his raging skills on tonight.
Yeah, man, did you see those turns he did? Whew. Almost looks like he was doing the Macarena.
What was really weird was in my timing and scoring, I showed that Ed was passing Joe Dinsmore at one point during the race.
I saw it in my timing scoring. I actually passed both of them. So I don't know how that happened, but it happened at some point. So how they passed me after I was beating them at one point, I don't know. So what is the field doing there? They're all lining up together out there.
I don't know. Let's go ahead and bring in our race winner here. Alrighty, let's see where we
Josh is out there doing a victory lap.
Hey, Blake, welcome to the booth, my man. How's it going tonight?
Good. How's it going, you guys?
Oh, man, thanks for putting on a heck of a show there. I know it was a nail-biter for sure for you out there.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I forget how fun this car is on some of these tracks. The setup was great, man. Had just like the right amount of slide in it throughout the long run. And I actually kind of forgot how to, save on a full tank of gas. That first run, I got up to second, got close to Josh. He started pulling away. Kevin started catching me. And I'm like, oh, we're not even at a half tank yet. So I had to adjust my line, and then I caught him right before the pit stop. And then at the finish there, I was able to get up with him. And yeah, that was a really fun fight. Hats off to Josh there for that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, 2 nights in a row, I got to talk to you, Blake. I mean, what is it?
I like it.
You dominated last night. Tonight, not such. This one you had to work for. Josh was, for the most part, was a better car for most of the race. And, man, I couldn't believe how well he handled racing with you there. I mean, it was you guys. I mean, you didn't run into each other. You got into Wazinski at one point. Did that bother you?
No, I mean, first of all, I was caught up in the first wreck that Brandon caused, and somehow came out of that unscathed. Like, I hit pit road, had no damage, which I thought was interesting. And then with the thing with Mike, I figured if I didn't get damage from that first wreck, I didn't get damage from that. And I actually hopped over and talked with Ed during the race, and I guess I didn't know where he was. I couldn't see him, so when I came off the corner, like 99% of the time, the guy's going to be outside lane, right? So that's where I thought he was, and I guess he came down, and we kind of just met right in the middle there. So, but it didn't really hurt anything at all. Just had to make sure I drove the right line to catch up to Josh and have a good fight with him.
I got you,
And
man.
Josh is a good driver. I wasn't worried about racing side by side with him at all. I knew it was going to be fine.
So you won last night. You won tonight. You got one more race to win.
You can do what Brandon almost tried to do, is win 3 races
sweep.
and sweep it, the week sweep.
Yeah. I'm gonna try. If I can win Rockingham, that'll really, really help me in the Cup Championship picture. So I'd love to get that win for sure. In Rockingham, I think, like I said last year, I think we were on the low horsepower, high downforce. This year it's swapped. I think we're on high horsepower, low downforce, so it's really fun. So assuming I don't smack the wall off turn 2 at all during the race, should be good.
I get you, man.
Well, thanks again for joining us tonight, Blake, and congratulations on winning once again in the AOLL TNT series of Guitar Addict, whatever it is. You know,
blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. You know how it is.
Yeah,
But
I
anyway,
think I'm 2 for 2 now in the series, which is nice.
by 5/100ths of a second.
Yeah,
that was a good finish. You guys like the paint scheme tonight?
I did. Was that a throwback to the Darrell Waltrip car?
Not really. Brandon and I, we mess around with paint schemes every week, and I'm testing this one out. I might run this full time next year across everything. So I just wanted to see how it looked on track and give it a little test run, sneak peek, and see how I like it.
Did you say stink pink?
I don't know. I'm sick, so it might have sounded like that. Sneak peek. Yeah.
I got you, man.
He said stink pink. I'm like, what?
All right,
Randy,
man.
what does that mean?
Never mind.
I don't understand. Can you please explain the joke?
Maybe on the podcast.
All right.
All right, man. Well, you have a wonderful night, man.
All right. Thanks, guys. You as well. Again, congratulations to Josh on the overall championship and Brandon to the season championship.
Sounds good, man. Have a good night.
You too. Thanks.
All right, let's go ahead and bring up Josh last. And hey, Josh, it's Adam and Randy in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Do.
Man, what an epic battle there. What was going through your head there throughout the last 10 laps there when Blake finally caught up to you there and started making your life a little hell?
I don't know if you guys missed the fact that I ran the high line for about 3 laps to let him close the gap to make it interesting for you guys.
Oh, no, you did not.
I did. I
You
came over
did.
the...
No, Josh, come on. You did not.
I did.
You knew what you had. You knew to be the man, you had to beat the man.
And I wanted to have fun, and I wanted to do it in a battle.
Well, it was an epic battle here in the booth for us.
Yeah, we loved it, man. That was a great race. It was so much fun to call. Probably one of the best races we've had in a long time to call. So it was exciting. And let me just say this real quick to you, Josh. How does this sound? Champion. How's that sound?
Delightful.
It's like, it just, goes to show hard work for 3 different seasons using 2 different cars. You're able to pull it off and come home the overall 2021 TNT champion, man. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. It's sad to see it over, though. I've had a blast running with all these guys this year, seeing everybody improve, the great battles we've had on track, the times people have given us the tip, and just
the tip.
Just the tip. But no, it's actually kind of sad to see it go. I'm happy that I won it all, but at the same time, it's a Thursday night tradition getting out here battling with all these guys, and I'm gonna miss the Thursday nights running with Carl and Chris because those guys pushed me to be better. They're a blast to run with. They're both great drivers, and yeah, it's bittersweet.
All right, man.
So,
Hey, we're gonna have to. We're going to have you to come on the podcast with us next Friday to celebrate your victory and tell us, all your memorable things there. Because this is your official invite to the Ghost Fire Media podcast next Friday night.
Well, I will definitely clear my schedule, and I will be there.
Well, we will appreciate it.
How drunk will you be?
Oh, you guys have no clue. Do you remember 2 Fridays ago?
Oh,
yeah.
No, so
that is going to pale in comparison.
If your victory speech does not compare to the truck driver, his name I forgot his name, Ben Rhodes. If it doesn't compare, if it does not compare to his drunkenness, you failed. Because his was epic. His victory parade or victory speech there after the race later that night was epic.
Yes, it was.
I have a special bottle waiting for this. Yeah.
You got some cognac going on there?
Oh, God, no. It's bourbon. It's one it's a bottle I've been waiting to open for this specific day, and yeah.
Wow. He's been planning this. You hear that, Adam? He's planned it. What are you doing?
Oh, man, he's gonna have a blast. I can't wait to have Josh Lasted on the podcast with us.
I know, it's just such a rare treat.
No, a drunk.
But also
put Larry O'Patrick to shame.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Then it's like, was Ben Rhodes drunker than Larry Patrick? That's the thing. We'll have to figure that one out. We'll have to go back and see who was the most drunk, the old Larry or Ben Rhodes.
Wow, that's a close one there. I have to admit. Josh, congratulations once again on your winning the final time in the AOLL Guitar Addict TNT series. Congratulations. Enjoy your turtle.
I'm gonna, and you're not gonna be the only person on the podcast with one now.
It's gonna be like front and center. It's not even gonna be in the background. He's gonna find a way to focus it right on it, and then maybe you'll see Josh.
Oh no, it's gonna be on in the background.
It'll be on, but yeah. Just remember, I've got 2.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be running for another one. So,
so I'll be the only one that's got 2. So I always have it over your head. I got 2. You got 1.
You also had one first.
Yeah,
I did. I did when I had some talent. Now I have no talent, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, Randy, you do. It just comes out on short tracks.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't count. So
I got you, man. Well,
all right, man.
We'll see you out there on Sunday night, man, for when you call the AOLL Cup Series from Rockingham.
It's going to be a blast, and I'm actually about to pop into practice just to see how it runs.
There you go.
All right, man. We'll have a wonderful night, and we'll see you here very shortly.
It sounds good. Thank you, gentlemen.
See ya. All right, let's bring up the 2021 Season 3 champion, Mr. Brendan Bernhardt.
How's it going?
Hey, not the night that you were hoping for overall, but it was a good enough night for you to bring home the 2021 Season 3 champion, man. How does it feel to get your first championship here in the AOLL series?
It feels pretty good. Last time I ran a full season of TNT, I came up one race short. So it was nice to have a little bit of redemption there.
Yeah, you ran good, man, all season long. Kind of wonder if Blake and some of these other guys hadn't come down to spoil the party. Who knows? Maybe you might have won something else.
Yeah, Southern National, I just wasn't aggressive enough. I maybe could have had something for Justin there. And then last week I caught up in some stuff, a couple wrecks, and then tonight I just got involved in that first caution. I wrecked DW, and just wasn't able to fully recover from that. I think if I had a caution, 10, 15 to go, I maybe had something for Josh and Blake. I was just so far back, I couldn't make up all that ground.
What happened there with DW?
I was just kind of getting aggressive, trying to make as many spots as I could with the fresh tires so I could kind of save and keep up with the front pack. And took a 3 wide there with Blake and Steven, and I got a good enough run on DW that I was to the outside of him, but it might have been just, not enough for his spotter to recognize it or happened so quick that he could have come up, and I just wasn't able to get off of it in time and kind of just got in the back of him and spun him.
And yeah, that definitely spoiled the night for you and a few other people, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, it was tight racing. Nothing. No, I didn't purposely dump him, and I don't think he purposely did anything. So it was just tight racing. It was pretty aggressive move on my part, especially on lap 2. But I was just trying to make as many moves as I could, trying to stay in front of Blake, and that didn't work.
Yeah. Oh, that's Adam had said that. So you're just trying to stay away from Blake or trying to get away from, or get some room.
I said that
away from
you were over there doing your best to try to show him that you're the best on the team. So you had to try to distance yourself from Blake and try to get by him as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I had a bad qualifying effort, I messed that up. So I know I was starting by him, so I had no advantage there. And Josh up front, so I knew he was going to be quick. I think long run, I maybe could have hung with him if I would was up there with him. I don't think I was too far off of their speeds even, or anyways. So a little disappointed I didn't get the opportunity to try to race Blake for the win there and Josh, but it's my own doing. So it is what it is.
I got you, man.
It is what it is, man. Congratulations on the win, though. Actually, on the whole, winning the season 3. So,
thanks,
Adam,
appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't end the night in the best way possible. Going out battling for the lead, but you did what you had to do to survive and win the overall championship, and that's what counts. And you're able to bring home, a much larger title than just a win here at Las Vegas. You're able to bring home the season 3 AOL Guitar Addict TNT Series champion. So, outstanding, man. I'm proud of you.
Thanks. Yeah, I didn't quite. I had a better season than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting to come down here and win as many races I did and win the championship. With Carl and Josh and ZD and Sean having so much more experience in the ARCA car. I thought it'd take me a couple more races to get adapted to it, and I thought I could fight with them, but definitely a better season than I was expecting.
I got you, man. Well, congratulations. This is your first year invite next Friday night on the AOL, or not AOL, on the Ghostfire Media podcast. We will bring you on along with Josh. We'll go over the AOLL champions. So we'll bring on you two. Whoever wins next Wednesday in the AOL Sportsman Series, we're going to bring them on. We'll have the Fuel champion on next Friday. So we'll have almost every single champion on next Friday, except for the AOL Cup Series. So it's going to be a fantastic night. We hope you can make it there and come celebrate your win here on the podcast.
Sweet. Yeah, I should be able to make it. Look forward to it. Congrats to Josh on the overall championship. I know he worked hard for that, so it's good to see it pay off for him.
I got you, man.
Absolutely.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful night. Go and celebrate, man. And when I say celebrate, go hop in the Rockingham practice and get ready for Sunday.
I get the privilege of missing that race. So
yeah, that's right. That's right. You don't have to worry about the Rock. You're going to go out and actually have some fun at the Eagles football game this weekend. So have fun doing that. Then get prepared for that wonderful massacre.
Yeah, it could go really bad for them. We'll see how it goes.
All right, man. Well, you have a wonderful night.
Thanks, you too. Good luck Sunday.
Thanks. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight here at Ghostfire Media. Why don't you go ahead and send us home tonight for the last time here at the AOL Guitar Addict TNT Series.
Yeah, bittersweet moment. So you've been watching the Ghostfire Media broadcast of the AOLL Guitar Addict TNT Series from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Don't forget to tune in on Sunday night for all the action from the AOLL Cup division. So, from myself, Randy Pepper, and my good friend Adam Wood, we'll see you next time here on the Ghostfire Media Broadcasting. Thank you for watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.